guys, Elise Quevedo here. Today I am with the amazing Antonio Grasso from Italy. Hi, Antonio.
Hi, Elise. Hi, Mike. Hi, everyone.
Hi,
Ciao.
I'm also with Mike Flache from Germany. Hi, Mike. How are you today?
Hi, guys. I'm fine. How are you?
Okay, so we're just doing a little quick video for a little bit of fun because, as you may have heard, there is something called the COVID-19 virus going around.
What is that? What is that? I don't know. I don't know.
This thing, and the three of us, we met. We are all global thought leaders within the tech community, and we met whilst traveling, attending events. And we are in three countries at the moment: me in Spain, Antonio in Italy, and Mike in Germany, where we're kind of on lockdowns. So I wanted to talk to you guys to see a little bit, obviously, what the situation it is in your country and how we are actually dealing with this new way of doing things for us. So let me start with you, Mike. How is Germany at the moment, first of all, and how are you dealing with this?
Yeah, that's a good question, Elise. I think they are both sides of the medal. Yeah, from one side. If you compare it, for example, to Spain or Italy, we have a better situation like you guys because of the restrictions and regulations. We can go out and we should stay at home, but we also can go out if we are not more than two people in a group, for example, except families or people who are living in one house or in one apartment. But of course, on the other hand, we face the same challenge like you guys with this COVID-19 situation. And yeah, I'm sure it's it's a situation we all never been in before. And this is a real challenge for us. But I'm also sure that we will overcome it based on collaboration. And this is what shows what I experience here in Germany and across the globe during my phone calls, during my video calls with other CEOs and executives. It is good to see how close we're getting together through this crisis. And to keep it short, this is also a good feeling during these hard times.
Thank you so much, Mike. What about you, Antonio? What's the situation in Italy? Obviously, we know from the news, but I want to hear it directly from you, who are actually living this situation.
Yeah, as you know from the media, situation in Italy is not very good because healthcare system is very overwhelmed. So I think we are experiencing bad thing. I'm really sad to my citizens, to my fellows that are dying. Many people are dying. I don't know why we are losing so many citizens here in Italy. It's a very sad situation. But my personal situation, I'm lucky. I'm really lucky. I'm fine. I'm a hope. My family too is fine, and I hope everyone. I hope for every one of you that you are fine. Currently, we can go out just for emergency, to buy food that we need food, but to buy medicine, to buy essential service. Yesterday was shut. Our prime minister shut down also all the production that are non-essential because to try again to flatten the curve and stop the spread. But apart the sadness of the situation, I'm living every day. I'm working every day. I'm working all the day because many brands are converting the engagement to online engagement. I'm writing blog. I'm doing interview like this, for example, like this one. And also I'm in touch with my follower, and I'm discovering how good I am to cook. Really, in the kitchen, I'm really good. I'm satisfied on that. Sorry, just kidding.
I love
but it's
that.
just
Thank you so much, Antonio. And
yeah. So
love it.
I think we need to wait. I think we need to wait some weeks, and the bad will pass. All together we can go. I'm a bit worried about, the day after. What will happen when will finish? Because it's for sure this will finish. What will happen next? Because we are shutting down economies. Many people will lose job. Many people are really feared on what will happen next. So I think we need to think for the future. We need to start to think how to recover from this situation, Elise.
I love that, Antonio. And obviously, I'm currently in Spain. I kind of got stuck here a little bit. This was not my intention to be here when this happened. And we are in a little bit of a similar situation to you, Antonio. Mike, don't smile so much, because I have a feeling that you may also have restrictions. You will understand what it's like to yes, although we have what they call a partial lockdown. For those that don't understand what that is, it means that yes, anyone, not just past a certain age, should be at home, and you can only go to the street if it is to go to the supermarket, to the bakeries, or to the pharmacies, anything like that. We are not allowed, like in Germany, to go out in twos, for example. It should be on your own, unless you're with an elderly person or with somebody that needs assistance to go into a store. Children cannot go into supermarkets here in Spain. If a parent goes with a child, then the child has to stand outside, maybe with one of the shoppers, while the mom or the father goes inside. So it's a little bit weird to see that, although I'm very lucky as well. My region is very low risk at the moment in Spain. I'm sure that you've heard it from the news. It's mainly Madrid and a small city near Barcelona and País Vasco, which have been hit with nearly 70 or 80% altogether of all the cases in Spain. So obviously travel is the one thing that I think for all of us has kind of made us take a step back and say, well, we do have extra time in our hands. How is it that we are actually going to be doing our business? We normally do, obviously, a lot of the stuff online. But like you said, this is now why we're jumping on these videos. We've got extra time. We're not jumping on planes. We're not jumping on a lot of face-to-face meetings. And like Antonio said, or like even you, Mike, said, we now need to focus on the future. The challenges are always here. We talk about that. But one of the reasons that I wanted to jump with you too is because we often talk about solutions. So I want your perspective, because everybody's so negative. Everybody has this kind of fear or panic mode going, and only the leaders kind of rise above and go, of course, we've got challenges, but this is now the time. For example, the three of us are within the tech world. This is now the time where people need to look at, like Antonio said, the future. Things are going to change. So although we cannot predict everything, we don't have a magic ball. What do you guys think people are is there going to be a mindset shift? Mike, for example, we talk about that often. What do you think is going to happen? Let's look at it from the business leaders' perspective, from the guys that are making decisions right now. What do you see happening? Or what would you like to see happening?
Yeah, this is not easy. It's not easy to answer. I think we saw various kinds of solutions, or how people interact with the situation. For example, from my point of view, I see three phases where we are going through, and we will go through. For example, the first phase is the shock phase. That has started for most companies from a business point of view now, but also for the people, especially in Europe, 2 weeks ago. And some people and some businesses are still in the shock phase. Other move to the next phase. The next phase is the reflection phase. The shock is over, and now we need to calm down. We need to stay cool with the whole situation. And the third phase is the clarification phase. So what are the options in the moment? Where are solutions, possibilities, business opportunities? Things are has changed so massively that we need to think about new solutions. And as I mentioned a little bit earlier, collaboration is one of the keywords, not a buzzword, it's a keyword, because collaboration now becomes a completely different meaning. It gets stronger because people now feel and use collaboration to get into business, but also to solve problems. And at the moment, we are on this, let's call it transition phase. But from my point of view, maybe it's a little bit easier because I work with these high-tech businesses, but I also see a trend in the traditional industry, maybe when they're slower, but I see the trend that they're moving from their traditional thinking to that, let's call it modern thinking, faster, on a faster pace, technology-driven. But there is a long way to go, I'm sure. And as Antonio earlier mentioned, even when we are currently in the crisis, in the COVID-19 crisis, we need to think about the future, because this is all clear for us. We have a damage in our economy. This is a massive cut off for businesses, for many businesses, and we need to solve this challenge, definitely. And technology will be a strong foundation for that, to solve these kind of challenges we are currently facing.
Thank you so much for that, Mike. And what are your thoughts on that, Antonio? Because I know that earlier on we spoke about collaborations when we were talking this morning. So how do you see this moving forward? Because like we said, we need to focus on the solutions and not the panic. We need to, be strong now and show what we're made of.
Yeah, indeed. We need to focus on solution. The problem is that it is unexpected. What is happening is really unexpected, and the outcome will be again unexpected. We really don't know how will evolve this situation. Day by day, you see, the leaderboard of COVID-19 nations, countries that are, Italy surpassed, for example, South Korea, and now USA are coming, Spain is growing. This is something very, very sad, because many countries are not, managing situation in the same, not for sure, not in the same manner. Some countries managing it. So I think at first, the COVID-19 will impact the leadership, the government leadership, because people will re-emerge from this and they can evaluate how my leader addressed me in my situation, in this situation. In Italy, we choose to act as soon as possible. We started our lockdown where we was at almost 65 or 100, I don't remember, cases in Italy. And I know, every one of us has to say something to the political leadership, to the government. But now I appreciate also the action. They do something. Many countries are not doing it. So at first we need to see how people react to that, because things are worsening and things are changing day by day. So with that in mind, I say again, we need to watch on the future. We need to try to discover how will be the future, and in our cases, how can technology help to avoid this situation in the future? I don't know. I'm not a magician. So, but I can see we need to watch how the leadership will change in the next year, in the next few months, because many people are reacting not at the same manner. Many countries are reacting different. So can be people now, they are ordered to stay at home. Many people, it's almost 1 billion people in the world that are locked down. So solution for sure, when we will find a cure, a vaccine, but it's not easy. About economic disaster that is happening, I don't know. Yes, we need the intervention of government for sure. The funding, they need to fund the economy. They need to help the people that lost job, because we are lucky. Let's be honest, guys. Our three, we are lucky because we are working in the same manner. We are really lucky, but many people are not. Many people are struggling to earn daily money to buy. So I don't know what the reaction was, but I think I think many things will change. Alice.
Correct. It's definitely the smaller guy that is being affected now. Bigger companies, or when we are in the tech world, we have it a tiny little bit easier because we're so used to, okay, let's jump on online strategies, or we collaborate with companies that are online. But like Mike said, for example, or Mike, you work with, you've worked with traditional companies that maybe before they were saying, oh, we're going to wait 6 months or a year for our digitalization. All of a sudden, leaders are having to say, can we take our business online, or we can no longer wait 6 months? Because yes, can we predict what's going to happen? Not really, but we are in a position to potentially offer solutions to many people, or to continue to share our knowledge. And one of the key things that I want everyone to know is to please do not panic. We obviously know what the media can do, and the three of us met in London recently. Who would have thought that we would be doing this video talking about this, and we were at an event where we talked about trust. Right now, there is people don't really trust governments. That's also a key factor. The knowledge that they're sharing, is it all true? Is it not? But please, at the moment, to anybody listening, do follow your country's advisory, because they're doing it for a reason. When we are in the younger generation, of course, we are at a lower risk, but we can still transmit the virus to older generation. The three of us are obviously under the category of most of the mortality rate of COVID. So yes, we are very lucky as well that we're all healthy, that nobody in our families, are going through anything like this. But yes, if we have to stay at home, then hey, more time for some video content, or to connect with people that haven't connected before. So I want to say thank you guys for jumping on this video and just telling us a little bit about what our situation is in the three countries, and fingers crossed that all the three of us and all the countries that are going through this get better. So maybe we jump on an update call on a couple of weeks, maybe, or 3 weeks time, to see how we're doing, see what we've been doing, or what solutions are in the market. So thank you so much, Mike, Antonio. We'll see you guys next time.
Thank you, Elise. Ciao, Mike. Thank you. Ciao, everyone. Stay safe. Stay home. Remember.
Always. Ciao, Mike.
Thank you very much. Stay safe. Bye-bye.